Let's start with the backcourt. Which team has the edge right here?
I'd give it to Miami, but I want to be clear about something. I'm including LeBron James in the backcourt. I'm including Paul George in the backcourt because they have so much playmaking responsibility. So those guys are included in the mix, and if you throw that in there with LeBron and Wade and you add Ray Allen, Norris Cole, what they're getting off the bench, you'd have to give the edge clearly to the Miami Heat. I think Paul George and Lance Stephenson might be the two most important players for the Indiana Pacers in this series because they have to produce points in order to keep up with Miami. But the overall depth, Mario Chalmers in there as well, I didn't mention him. I think of those five guys for Miami gives them the edge.
Which team has the edge in the front court?
Well, I'm going to have to go with the Indiana Pacers here. In terms of total impact, you've got to look at David West and Roy Hibbert. The starters certainly are big, but then even coming off the bench with Tyler Hansbrough, Jan Mahinmi, these guys not only score, they defend the rim. The rebounding battle in this series could determine the series, and that's where Indiana has a big edge. Roy Hibbert has to stay on the floor, stay out of foul trouble. If he does that, Indiana has a chance to make this a very long series.
The edge with the bench goes to?
Well, you're going to have to go Miami here. Ray Allen alone, what he can bring to this team with his experience in the postseason, the number of big three-point shots he's hit throughout his career, and just having that punch. And then Chris Anderson, what an addition he has been to this team. Defending the rim, gives him a lot of energy at home, become one of the more popular players on the team. Norris Cole is playing some of the best basketball of his career right now as well. And Shane Battier, another guy that when he comes off the bench can really light you up and also takes on big-time defensive responsibility.
Let's go to coaching. Who has the edge?
Well, I love what Frank Vogel does with his teams. They're very well prepared, very good defensive teams, but you have to go with Erik Spoelstra because he's won a championship. He's been in the ultimate stage, and he has come through in a big way, and he has made adjustments within those series. And also, the Miami Heat never get enough credit for being a team with a really high basketball IQ that plays unselfishly, and all of that also points directly to coaching. So I give the edge to Erik Spoelstra because of what he's accomplished.
All right, prediction. Which team has the edge?
I'm going to give it to the Miami Heat. They had the edge at 3 out of the 4 categories, but they're all close. And I think ultimately Miami will win the series, but I do think Indiana can go toe-to-toe with them. I expect this to be a very toughly contested series. I think Indiana, if they rebound the ball the way they're capable of, and Roy Hibbert can stay out of foul trouble and defend that paint, I think they can go toe-to-toe with the Heat, and this could be a 7-game series. I think the emergence of Lance Stephenson gives me a lot more faith that Indiana can prolong this series. If Stephenson had been the same guy he was midseason, I think this is a 5-game series. But I think having that additional confidence, production offensively, and then athletically, a guy that can compete with the wings of the Miami Heat, to me, that gives them an additional edge. And I'm also concerned about the health of Dwayne Wade. I think that brings Miami back a little bit. When you add those up together, I think they're looking each other in the eye, and it's going to be a long series.